Students and school staff from District 12 joined forces with members of the NYPD Hispanic Society to get food out the door, an effort that they say is meant to provide relief to those in need while bringing community members together. As you can see here behind me, the fire has devastated much of the area, leaving behind smoldering remains that will now be part of the landscape for what could be many months, if not years. While officials say the number of acres burned is expected to increase, they also say an air quality alert does remain in effect. Although the structure stands at more than 270 feet tall, officials say the demolition is expected to last no more than 30 seconds with a controlled implosion. They say this is a serious construction event and will be closed for all non-credentialed personnel. Police say the handgun has been sent for testing to see if it can be matched with any other crimes. Meanwhile, the investigation remains ongoing. Reporting from Fair Lawn for WNBC Hometown News, I'm Brianne Hailey Killeen. Whether it's stress, fatigue, or just the emotional weight of a cancer journey, officials say programs like these help provide support outside of hospital walls. Reporting from Saddle River for WNBC Hometown News, I'm Brianne Hailey Killeen. Moments before this house behind me exploded, Jason says he and another neighbor were standing in a flooded driveway across the street discussing the flood damage. He says he was blindsided and there was no time to process the explosion as it happened right in front of him. With more riders hitting the roads in the summer months, both police and motorcycle advocates say awareness is key. They're urging drivers to check blind spots and give riders space. And they're reminding motorcyclists to gear up, stay alert, and never underestimate the importance of training. In a year marked by rising fatalities, the call to make safety a shared responsibility is becoming even louder. Reporting for WNBC Hometown News, I'm Brianne Hailey Killeen. Here in Teaneck, township officials are inviting residents to gather later this morning for a ceremony to recognize and honor those who made the ultimate sacrifice. Mr. Bartlett says that while thank you for your service is a kind gesture, he encourages civilians to greet Vietnam veterans with welcome home. Here in Fairview, police arrested a North Bergen woman accused of plowing her car through a group of demonstrators. Officials say the driver is charged with careless driving, reckless driving, failure to stop for a pedestrian in the crosswalk, leaving the scene of an accident resulting in injuries, and failure to report a motor vehicle crash. She's also charged with 4 counts of assault by auto resulting in bodily injury. Volunteers say they're excited to take part in this neighborhood gardening, as they say these blooms brighten the community and foster local pride. While the Chiefs and Eagles face-off has already become a nail-biter event for fans across the country, Thelma has predicted a historic feat for Super Bowl history. Police in New Jersey are sounding the alarm after a violent confrontation in Bergen County left a woman seriously injured and a man facing charges. This apartment complex here in Little Ferry became the scene of what officers describe as a serious case of domestic violence. Police responded after being called by a nearby resident who reportedly witnessed the incident firsthand from his window. Investigators say the woman was then found in a fetal position with multiple broken ribs, a collapsed lung, and other serious injuries.
She was having trouble breathing at that time, and that's when we called the ambulance right away. We started our initial investigation, trying to figure out what was going on. Who knows what would have happened if we didn't respond when we did.
Police say this is all raising renewed concerns about domestic violence in the community, as they say they've seen an uptick throughout the region.
We do see an increase in it. It could be from anything from, a spouse or boyfriend, girlfriend losing their job to excessive bills that come in. And these arguments start as a verbal dispute and they escalate into a physical dispute.
While they say there's been a noticeable increase in domestic violence cases throughout the area, authorities say many of the reports they receive, like with this case in Little Ferry, are not made by the victim or anyone involved.
There are so many victims out there that do not want to report this. Most of the time they're afraid, of course. They don't want to create problems. They have kids together. They don't want that getting out there. But problems that occur inside the home can escalate into more violence.
And with the calls they do get, officers say their main priority is to keep the victim safe and that no domestic violence call can be treated the same.
It's a very delicate situation, domestic violence, because you're going into a heated argument from both parties. And the last thing they want to see is a police officer show up at their door.
Police say the 40-year-old suspect was arrested here at the scene, remanded at Bergen County Jail, and is now facing multiple charges, including aggravated assault with injury during a domestic violence, aggravated assault by strangulation, and criminal restraint. As for the victim, authorities say she was hospitalized, but her current condition is unknown. Reporting from Little Ferry for WNBC Hometown News, I'm Brianne Hailey Killeen. Many New Jersey commuters are trading platforms for piers. A trip across the river from New Jersey to New York City could take as little as 8 minutes. And for riders trying the ferry for the first time or those rediscovering it, many are saying it's been a refreshing change of pace from the tracks.
I take the ferry in and out every day. It's really nice. The ferry is super easy to deal with. You just go, you show your pass, you get on, nobody really messes with you. You take a nice ride on the water and then you come back.
Whether it's temporary or long-term, some say a little fresh air and a quick ride beats the chaos on the rails. And for those bracing for the week ahead, they say the ferry's a nice plan B, if not a daily routine.
Super on time. If it says like 22 after, it's going to be there at 22 after, and it's going to leave so that it makes it to the next place on time. Just because it's on water, so you're not really dealing with traffic per se. So just make sure that you're there, 5 or 6 minutes early, and you should be fine.
With more than 3 decades of service, New York Waterway is no stranger to helping passengers stay afloat during disruptions. Reporting from the waterfront for WNBC Hometown News, I'm Brianne Hailey Killeen. Labor Day is often seen as the unofficial end to summer, and at the Jersey Shore, it's going out with a bang. From beach towns to boardwalks, the rush is on. More and more people are heading down the shore for the long weekend, and it's not just the tourists who feel the impact. Joe Buck is a Toms River resident who works in North Jersey every day, and he says he notices a heavier volume of travelers on his trips home during this time of year.
I work in North Jersey, so the commute back in the summers are a little rough. It's maybe double or triple what it normally would be. But aside from that, once I'm home, it's absolutely incredible. You see everyone wants to be there. There's no sadness when you're down at the beach. I've been doing it for a few years now, so I am used to the cyclical commute change, but there's no way around it. It's terrible. I mean, you sit in the traffic and it is what it is. You get over it. It makes it worth it. If it wasn't worth it, no one would be coming.
And with crowds of that magnitude, you might think the hassle isn't worth it. But for many, Labor Day weekend is the last hurrah before summer slips away. Joe says he gets why the shore is such a draw this time of year.
As much as it just seems like it's only the beach and the boardwalk, there's a lot more, especially in the summer. Everything's open. There's festivals every other weekend. There's fireworks shows, music, impersonators. There's everything that you want to do. Well, it brings more business, which is incredible, obviously, for local economy, but it does make everything slightly more inconvenient. You're gonna go get a bagel from a bagel shop, it's gonna be 40 minutes instead of 15. But it's a give and take, right? Because that's what makes the Jersey Shore. The Jersey Shore is the people that surround it, right?
Whether you're chasing thrills on the rides, catching a sunset over the bay, or grabbing that one last cone of soft serve, there's no shortage of ways to soak up summer's final weekend. Local businesses are preparing for the spike in foot traffic, and police departments across the shore are urging visitors to plan ahead, be patient, and stay safe. Reporting for WNBC Hometown News, I'm Brianne Hailey Killeen. Honoring the lives and contributions of officers fallen in the line of duty. That's the goal of a flourishing annual tribute started 28 years ago by Florham Park police officer Patrick Montour, who first envisioned and organized the 4-day bicycle ride from New Jersey to Washington, D.C. Today, those who are participating in this show of solidarity and remembrance say it's more than just a ride, it's a tribute. The event brings together police officers, family members, and community members to honor the lives lost in the line of duty. With every mile pedaled is a reminder of the ultimate sacrifice made. She's known as Mama Morgan throughout the city of Newark. Phyllis Morgan, mother of fallen Newark detective Michael Morgan Jr., says she's grateful for events like this that allow the community to pause and honor her son and other fallen officers.
He was killed taking a police action in another city on 11/7/11. I think about him every morning. I say goodnight to him every night. I miss my son.
Officials say that what started with 18 riders in 1997 as a 4-day fundraising bike ride from New Jersey has grown to nearly 2,500 members nationwide who now make the annual trip.
They will always ride for those who died, who made the ultimate sacrifice. They will always ride. But my hope and my wish that we don't have any more officers that are killed.
The 320-mile ride ends today in Washington, D.C., where Newark officers will join thousands from across the country to pay tribute. Today's ride-in ceremony is scheduled for 2 p.m. in the nation's capital, which many say is a symbolic end to a journey of remembrance, resilience, and resolve. Also in Washington, D.C., officials will be hosting this year's Candlelight Vigil to honor our nation's fallen officers tomorrow evening with a name-reading ceremony. The honored names are also engraved on the walls of the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial. Reporting for WNBC Hometown News, I'm Brianne Hailey Killeen.